Hi guys, so this video is going to be a tutorial for this look, and this is kind of my classy Canada Day look. It's a little bit of a way to wear red eyeshadows, a little bit of a reddish tone, but nothing too crazy. And if you want to have something a little bit more put together. So if you guys want to know how to do this, then here's the video, and I do hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, so to start off the eye, I'm going to be using this brow bone color from the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette. So I'm using this one, and I'm also using a little bit of, actually I'm using these three, but I'm going to start all over the lid with this brow bone color. And this is just a really nice neutral shimmery kind of gold. Put that all over the lid. And then the next thing I'm going to be doing is just taking a pointed crease blending brush, and I'm going into this color, which is the definer color. And then this is going to go right into my crease. And then this color is kind of like a reddish brown, so it's a good color, but we're going to be adding a little bit more red to it just to make it even more red. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this kind of burgundy reddish color. This one is an old MAC eyeshadow called Sweet Chestnut, but I'm pretty sure Cranberry from MAC would work perfect. I just don't have that one, and they're pretty similar. So if you're just going to take that on a pencil brush, and that's going to go right underneath my eye. And that's really going to bring in that red color. And then right underneath that, I'm going to use the shimmery, kind of peachy, I don't know how to describe that color, peachy, pinky, rose gold color in that palette. And that's going to go kind of on top of it on the bottom. And then a little bit of shimmer. And then with that crease brush that we used to apply the brown, I'm going to use a solid matte red eyeshadow, but very little of it. And just get a little bit of that on the brush, not very much, tap it off. And then I'm going to go over the brown that we applied there. And that's just going to add a little bit more warmth and a little bit more redness, but without bringing the whole eyeshadow look like super red. And then when you're finished with the eyeshadow, the next thing to do is just add a line of liquid liner. So I'm doing just a simple cat eye liner. And then I'm just going to apply a coat of mascara. And then for the rest of the face, I'm going to take a little bit of this blush. It says Peachy Keen from MAC. I'm just going to apply that onto my cheeks. And then for lips, I'm going with a dark lip. Anytime I go out for Canada Day, generally speaking, my dress is like a brighter red. And I find if I put like bright red lipstick, which I normally would do, because Russian red is my favorite lipstick. But I'm like to switch it up a little bit and go with a darker red, just to kind of throw it off. And I find it makes it look a little bit more put together and classy, because a lot of people can put on red lipstick for Canada Day, but not everyone likes to rock the kind of dark red. So I feel like it's kind of a little bit of more of a statement. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply a lip liner. This is Current Lip Liner from NYX. So then there's two options for colors that you could use for this. I'm going to be using Vintage Lip Tar. Another one that you could use if you can't get a hold of this or don't have it. MAC has a great color that's pretty similar to this. It's called Diva, and it's just a matte lipstick. I prefer a little bit of shine this time around, so I'm going to be using this instead of Diva, but otherwise they're pretty close to the same color. Okay, so that is the finished lip. Now, just to add a little bit more dramaticness to it, I would definitely do this since I would be going out. I'm going to take my trick that you guys have seen me done. There's a video all about it. It's Vanilla Pigment from MAC, and I put that on the top of my cheekbones. And the bridge of, oops, my Cupid's bow. Oops, I kind of put too much there, but you know, you get the drift. Down the nose, and then just right under the brow. And to me, that kind of finishes up the look, and yeah, so hopefully that gives you a little bit of an idea for something a little bit more classy for Canada Day if you're gonna go to like a dinner or gonna do something a little bit more fun than get drunk and wear silly red hats and stuff. Yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoy this, and I do hope you guys are doing good, and until my next video, I will talk to all of you soon. Bye.